Okay, I've got the Jard J48 here. I've got it all disassembled right now, and I'll reassemble it and show people how that goes. So you've got a, looks like a billet aluminum lower on it. I'm not sure if it takes AR-15 trigger groups, but it does take AR-15 pistol grips. And it takes AR-15 buffer tubes and stocks. So, you have this bolt, 7-lug bolt. Nice big chunky bolt carrier. I like to see that in rifles. And we have the recoil springs and guide rods for the recoil springs. And they're also bolt guide rods. They go on the back here just like this. There you go. So that bolt just travels along these guide rods with the recoil springs. And that's how that works. So, there's a rubber buffer in the back. Alright, let's put this thing back together. So, since the instructions suck in the manual, I just kind of do this my own way. Which is probably the right way anyway. So, get the bolt, drop it in the receiver. Alright, and then you want to have the front end of the bolt tilted down in the receiver so that you can get this charging handle in. Slide the charging handle in the slot there, and push it in, charging handle's in, and then what I typically do is, well, did this last time, didn't have the bolt head extended out, there we go, so that will lock into the barrel, there we go, okay, so then this recoil spring. You have two notches on the bottom of the guide rods where they connect there. You can see those there. So they face, I believe, downwards, which is right now upwards. So I push those recoil springs, make sure they go in the right slots in the bolt head there. You can see it's just the top of the carrier. Slide in the top of the carrier, push that all the way in. And then I can slide this pin in. So that's, and I can slap the lower on. Leave it in safe position. So since the lower is held in by tension, you just slide it in there, put it down like that, slide the next pin in, and you got it. It's together. So there's a little bit of play between the lower and the upper. Doesn't matter for accuracy. If any of you know anything about AR-15s and shooting, it has nothing to do with accuracy, but sometimes that bothers people. It's a pretty cheap rifle, so I'm not too worried about it. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about this rifle. It's kind of a backwards review here. I just tried to make a video and I did a terrible job of it, so I'm just going to redo it here. So, like you just saw there, so takedown. Take the lower off, you pop this pin out, lower comes out, and to take the bolt out, pop this pin out, you pull out the recoil spring and guide rods, and then you move this bolt back a little bit, tilt it downwards, which is kind of interesting because you need to get this charging handle out. You slide the charging handle up out of the bolt, take that out, and then the bolt just slides out of the receiver. It's very simple. So, this is a direct impingement rifle, which I'm new to. I've never owned an AR-15 or anything. I've always been a piston kind of guy, but this rifle is too good of a deal, and so I grabbed it. But you can see it takes AR-15 style magazines, and it's chambered in 223 Wild. So the lower is definitely billet aluminum, and the upper I would assume is also billet aluminum. It does look that way. And then you have your handguard here, which cannot be interchanged for AR-15 style handguards, unfortunately, and I do believe it takes M-LOK style rails. It came with a rail on the bottom here, which is all I really need for whether I want a flashlight or a bipod on there. I might have mentioned before, it takes AR-15 pistol grips and AR-15 style buffer tube in stock. Takes any, I believe it's 5/8 by 24. I can't remember the 223 standard threading, but anyways, it's standard threading for muzzle devices on these rifles. So hopefully you can see that in the field of view there. Right now I've got a fairly powerful optic on there, just for target shooting and coyote hunting. So I'll be using this for coyote hunting this winter, and probably rabbit hunting. But yeah, it's a fun little rifle. It's a little ugly looking, especially in pictures, but in real life actually I think it looks alright, it's not too bad. These are pretty rare. There was a run of these that came up to Canada. Jard made a smart decision, in my opinion, to try to exploit the Canadian market because we don't have many rifles we can just run around with up here. Our laws are pretty silly, and there's not a whole lot of rifles that we can take in the bush, and this is one of them. So they brought some rifles up, and they had a lot of issues. They had soft bolts and carriers, and apparently these charging handles were really loose on a few of them. And they've had light primer strike issues now. So a lot of people returned them, and the person that was distributing them stopped distributing them because of these issues, and some people kept them. The guy I bought this off of kept it, and he was sent upgraded, hardened parts from Jard. And so he installed those parts, and now the rifle runs pretty smooth. One issue I've had with the rifle is just some light primer strikes. I've been using surplus ammo, and certain rifles don't like surplus ammo. Sometimes they're just, the primers can be a little bit too hard. So I've had some light primer strikes with the surplus ammo so far. Not too many. Just a few, and I've contacted Jard about it, and they've been really good. They're sending me a new, stronger hammer spring that should solve that problem. So I'll install that, and we'll see how she does after that. I might make an update video or something after that. But basically, in Canada, this could have been, or still could be, the next AR-180B, and what I mean by that, for other people watching from the States or somewhere else, is that this could be the next affordable, non-restricted, semi-automatic black rifle. And because no one's carrying these rifles anymore, obviously they're not widely available, and hopefully someone will pick them up and start selling them again. I think they've got a good thing going here with this rifle, and I think just with some of the fixes they've made on these rifles, I think they're now market suitable, and I think they should bring them back, basically. But I'll probably keep this rifle for a while because I got a pretty good deal on it, and it's probably just going to be my coyote target shooting plinking rifle for a while, and I'll probably make some more videos of that. But I have a shooting video I'll add onto this where I do get a light primer strike, and you can see it for yourself. So I'll add that into this video. And anyways, have fun shooting out there and stay safe. Thanks for watching.
I thought it was a misfire. Like, I thought that, like, did I just drop it on an empty chamber?
When I first shot it too, that's what I figured. I'm like, if I shoot another one, is my barrel gonna blow up?
Yeah. I was a little worried.
But these ones are actually a little bit better for, like shooting at distance. Like this one, you can actually more or less.
Yeah.
You're gonna try the high velocity ones.
Sure.
They're not much different. I can't remember which one's which. They're both target mass bullets, but one's high velocity and one's not. But they look identical, so.
Well, they're on the box now.
There's a difference of 100 feet per second between them.